Hello guys, in this video we are going to talk about COVID-19 vaccine trials. Is they can save our lives or not? Let's discuss this video in deep detail. But before going to detail, I wanna say if you didn't subscribe my channel, then please subscribe and press the bell icon for latest updates. And let's get started. COVID-19 vaccine trials cannot tell us if they will save lives or not. None of the current trials are designed to detect a reduction in any serious outcome such as hospitalizations, intensive care use, or deaths. Vaccines are being hailed as the solution to the COVID-19 pandemic, but the vaccine trials currently underway are not designed to tell us if they will save lives or not. Several COVID-19 vaccine trials are now in their most advanced phase 3 stage. But what will it mean exactly when a vaccine is declared effective? Many may assume that successful phase 3 studies will mean we have a proven way of keeping people from getting very sick and dying from COVID 19 and a robust way to interrupt viral transmission. Yet the current phase 3 trials are not actually set up to prove either, say Doshi. None of the trials currently underway are designed to detect a reduction in any serious outcome such as hospitalization, intensive care use, or deaths. Nor are the vaccines being studied to determine whether they can interrupt transmissions of the virus, he writes. He explains that all ongoing phase 3 trials for which details have been released are evaluating mild, not severe disease, and they will be able to report final result once around 150 participants develop symptoms. In Pfizer and Moderna trials, for example, individuals with only a cough and positive lab test would bring those trials one event closer to their completion. Yet, though she argues that vaccine manufacturers have done little to dispel the notion that will severe COVID-19 was what was being assessed. Moderna, for example, called hospitalization a key secondary endpoint is a statement to the media. But Tal Zaks, chief medical officer at Moderna, told the BMJ that their trial lacks adequate statistical power to access that endpoint. Parts of the reason may be numbers, says Doshi, because most people with symptomatic COVID-19 infection experience only mild symptoms. Even trials involving 30,000 or more patients would turn up relatively few cases of severe disease. Hospitalization and death from COVID-19 are simply too uncommon in the population being studies for an effective vaccine to demonstrate statistically significant differences in a trial of 30,000 people. He adds the same is true regarding whether it can save lives or prevent transmission. The trial are not designed to find out. Zaks confirmed that Moderna trial will not demonstrate prevention of hospitalization because the size and duration of the trial would need to be vastly increased to collect the necessary data. Neither of these, I think, are acceptable in the current public need for knowing expeditiously that a vaccine works, he told the BMJ. Moderna trial is designed to find out if the vaccine can prevent COVID-19 disease, says Zaks. Like Pfizer and Johnson, Moderna has designed its study to detect a relative risk reduction of at least 30% in participants. Developing lab-confirmed COVID-19 consistent with FDA and international guidance. Zaks also points to influenza vaccines, saying they protest against severe disease better than mild disease. To Moderna, it is the same for the COVID-19. If their vaccine is shown to reduce symptomatic COVID-19, they will feel confident it also protects against serious outcomes, Doshi writes. But Doshi raises another important issue that few or perhaps none of the current vaccine trial appears to be designed to find out whether there is a benefit in the elderly despite their obvious vulnerability to COVID-19. If the trial elderly are not enrolled into vaccine trial in sufficient numbers to determine whether there is a reduction in cases in the population, there can be a little basis for assuming and any benefit against hospitalization or mortality, he warns. Doshi says that we still have time to advocate for changes to ensure the ongoing trials address the question that most need answering. For example, why children, immunocompromised people and pregnant women have largely been excluded. Whether the right primary endpoint has been chosen, whether safety is being adequately evaluated, and whatever gaps in our understanding of how our immune system responds to COVID-19 are being addressed. The COVID-19 vaccine trials may not have designed with our input, but it is not too late to have our say and adjust their course. With stakes this high, we need all eyes on deck, he argues. Thanks for watching the video completely.